Welcome back. I got a short restroom break. So let's talk a bit more about the global automotive industry. The global automotive industry is very close connected with the world economic. If the world economic is growing a lot, people buy more cars, they're buying more cars and borrow more money to buy expensive cars. And all the different kind of states, they're getting more income from car tax. So, and we have a slowdown in the economic and high inflation. And if you have some economic crisis, people are more careful with the money and they stop buying new cars. They're buying less new cars. The sale of less new cars is slowing down, and they borrow less money for new cars. And the automobile manufacturer, they're only producing the number of car people are buying. So if the car sales slow down many months, or half a year, like drop 10%, they have to slow down automobile production all over the world. Because it's true, they're not just producing millions of cars nobody is buying, because it's super expensive, costs billions of dollars to producing all these millions of new automobile cars. So they're only producing about the same they're selling worldwide. So the worldwide sale need to fit the worldwide production from all the production plants. And this automobile manufacturers, they have billions of dollars. They have billions of dollars tied up in auto parts. All the millions of auto parts they are using for automobile production, all the plants all over the world. And they have tens of thousands of new cars, 100,000 of cars in transit, waiting to go to export, and all over the world. They have tens of thousands, 100,000 of cars standing at the car dealers. Car dealers not sold yet. And the car importers and car on transport by ship all over the world. They're transporting cars by large ship, all part of the world. So that billion of dollars they have tied up, and they have many hundreds of billions of dollars invested all these super expensive car plants. And the tax income from the different cars, they are super high in many countries, like my country Denmark, and in Western Europe. In the European Union, they use the cars a lot to get the money. They tax the citizen very hard. By tax new car very hard, and the fuel. They tax fuel very hard. They probably have a lot of tax of all this auto part. And many million are working connected to the automotive industry. So if you have a global slowdown in the economic crisis, that will hit the global sale of new cars very fast. It will slow down a lot, and then they have to lower the production. They have to maybe lay off workers. And so that's really a big business. So this is why international politics and government politics is very connected with the automotive industry, like in Germany. The Germany government, they like to have a good car automobile industry in Germany, course many million people, like the same in Spain and United Kingdom, Italy, Slovakia, actually Romania, producing a lot of cars. There are many countries in Europe making cars. But now we have this Donald Trump as president. He used this tariff war in China. He putting a tax of all kind of product. So that maybe next year, we are in August, maybe next year the global car sale will drop, because it's much more expensive to export cars to United States, because they put tariff wall, they put tax walls around United States, so they cannot sell as many German luxury cars. Not so many cars for Japan, but they have car factories, many the Toyota, Hyundai, Volkswagen, Mercedes. They have car factories all over the United States. They have car factories close to the border, Mexico. They used to have a lot of car factories, then they put the cars across the border to the United States. But now they make this tax war, like tariff war against all kind of countries. That's not good for the global trade and global economic. If China and United States go in a car tax war, of course many car parts, they make many millions, hundreds of million car parts they make from China. But they have car factories all over the world, like in Egypt, Algiers, and Brazil. They have Argentina. They have car factories, and in Australia. So this automotive industry is really global big business. So many hundreds of million people, they like the freedom of owning a car. Many hundreds of million, they cannot afford to own a home. You cannot own a house or apartment, because that's only for very rich people. Like in New York City area, probably cost like more than 1 million, just a small house. It's the same my country. The price of housing go up and up and up. It's getting more and more expensive to buy a small apartment. But you can buy an old car, few $1,000s. But you need, of course, that driver license. But you can, of course, you can own a car without a driverless license. But that will be a little bit difficult to have a car on a parking lot. I'm not able to move my own car. But actually, I think about I have to buy a car even I don't have a driver license, because I can sit inside my car and lock my door and sleep if I have to leave my apartment. If I'm losing my apartment, somehow I have a place I can put my backpack. I can put that backpack and clothes and stuff. Few boxes with my clothes you can have in a station car. You can have your clothes behind the station car. But I need to get a driver license. I never had a driver license. That's book for, you need to read. If you need that driver license in the country Denmark, you need to read all this, what to do, how to, all the rules, how to do turning, all the different kind of signs. So I need to saving $3,000 to get a Danish driver license for a car. I can do that, but it'll take many months. I can save maybe $500 every month. So, but oh, there's a little bottom. There's a little bottom lip for my bread and jam. But I think I'm kind of too tired to make more video today. But let's look the numbers. But I already know that because I make a lot of videos with language Danish. I know they make like 90 million cars last year, 2024. They make about 90 millions. But I have the numbers there. List of countries by motor. But that's the whole world. They're making 92 million. China make 31 million. United States 10.5. Japan 8.2. India. But I think India will be the world's second because that's 1,400 million citizens in India. And Japan have only like 120, have 10 times less. Japan have 10 times less citizens. I think India will be number 2. India will, the car production in India will grow like many 100%. To like 20 million or more every year. But you can see the global automobile production is like 92.5 million. All the car brand, all this many hundreds. 92,500,000 divided 12 months. So that's 7,700,000 every month and divided 30 days. So every single day about 255,000 cars. 255,000 cars every single day. Like 1 million cars every 4 days. Divided 24 hours. That's 10,700 cars every hour. So every hour they're making 10,000. You could do how many each minute? 10,700 cars they're making all over the world, divided 60 minutes. So they're making about 175 cars. 180 cars. 180 cars every minute. 175 cars all over the world every minute. Multiply 60. 10,500 multiplied, that's every hour. 24 hours, that's every day. 250,000 cars every day. And multiply 30 days, 7.5 million every month. Multiply 12 months, that's nice. So that's really many cars. We are making 1 million cars every 4 days. So that's really big. And China makes really many cars. Mexico, South Korea. The country South Korea makes 4 million. But the car brand Hyundai is number 3. number 3 in the world, but that's this is by country. This is not by a car brand. That's list of countries. That's not the car brand. I have somewhere else. By production. So that's 2024. That's Toyota is the biggest car manufacturer, automobile manufacturer, 10.1 million, 10.2 in Volkswagen, the German Volkswagen Group, and Hyundai and Kia, 7.2 million. General Motors, Stellantis own Citroën and Fiat. The Stellantis I got somewhere here. I have the Stellantis own. I have the Stellantis webpage. But I need to put this camcorder down a bit. No, the Stellantis group is owning a lot of car brand. I have to adjust my camcorder, so I'm going to read about all this, but I need many weeks and months to do it. That's Ukraine. This car brand is Ukraine, from Ukraine. They are making cars. So you had a lot of car brand all over the world you never heard about. Well, I don't know if I got the Stellantis Scania. Got the Stellantis. It's a Dutch multinational automotive manufacturing corporation. France PSA Group. So they're owning a lot of famous. They own like Citroën, Alfa Romeo, Italy, Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Fiat, Dodge, DS. I think that's a kind of luxury, like Lexus, the Toyota Lexus and the Hyundai Nexus. So this is a luxury, probably below Citroën, and Opel, German Opel and Peugeot, even this Ram trucks, and this United Kingdom Vauxhall. So they're owning a lot of big car brand. I'm going to read about also this car brand: Citroën, Peugeot, Renault, Fiat, I don't know if they're owning Renault. It do Stellantis own? I don't think they're owning Renault. No, they're not owning Renault. I have to move it away from Stellantis, Fiat, Chevrolet, Renault. Stellantis is not owning Renault. So, but I did open a few more new. I open but let's look what I open. So that's the list of country buys. That's by country, yes, worldwide, and that's by car brand. Toyota is the biggest car brand, 10.2 million last year, and Volkswagen, Hyundai, GM, General Motors, Stellantis, Stellantis like Citroën, Fiat, all this, and this Chinese BID Auto, that's a private Chinese, and this one is a Chinese state-owned automobile manufacturer. Ford company is United States, of course. Hyundai is Japanese. Nissan. Greeley is a private public traded automotive company, like it's a public listed on the stock market. Suzuki, Chery, that's the Chinese, and BMW and Renault. But up to year like 2007, 2006 and 7, United States was number one. So that's 2007. 20 years ago, General Motors was the world's biggest car producers. Around year 2000, United States was number one. I don't know how far I can go back, like 2001, General Motors and Ford, this big trees, General Motors, Ford and Chrysler, was world dominated, but it's not. Then Japan start to producing more cars. So that's Toyota. Actually only make 5.7. But Toyota being now Toyota number 2 worldwide. Now Ford number 3. But I think some of the Chinese brand like beer, I think they will be number 1 soon, because really that's more than 1,000 million citizens in China, and in India there's 1,400 million citizens, so they can sell 100 million BRD cars in India or China. They can sell like unlimited number of BRD cars in China and India. So I think some of the Chinese will be number 1 in a few years. They will be number 1 in car production. So you know, like then 2007, that's last year, General Motors is number 1. 2008, General Motors go down to 2, and Hyundai is number 5, and Toyota, but that's year 2010. And that's 15 years. Let's go a little bit up, because we are year 2025. So that's year 2018 and 20. Toyota is 10.7 million. Volkswagen 10.9. No, that's sold villages. That's not production. No, that's by production. So that's not car production, that's sold, that's the number is sold. But they make about the same, because they are not making many millions of cars. You can see Toyota, how many cars they are producing every year. I just made a video about Toyota yesterday. they make about to say they make the same number they're selling. They make 10 million, more than 10 million cars. Toyota make 300 million. 2 years ago they reached 300 million vehicles or cars. They're making more than 10 millions every year. But we have to look at this. I will make a video about all this big car brand later. I have closed Toyota because I will open again later. So that's the production, but that's by country, that's not by a car brand. So some countries that really makes many cars you not really think about. Of course, you know, Germany, Spain in Europe they're making, and France, actually Thailand, making 1.5 million. But I'm going to look at this later because I'm going to read this one. Now, automotive industry by country. This one I'm going to read tomorrow and talk about this. I'm going to look at the automotive industry, every country. That took me 2 days to do that in my language Danish. I made 30 videos about it. I was talking about all these countries, Egypt, all over the world. I'm looking at all countries all over the world. And now we out of power bit. But I have all this open. Automotive industry in Mexico, in Japan. I got that everything open here. I'm going to read this. Automotive industry, United States, is very large. I'm going to read and talk about it later. And all this crisis, 2008 automotive industry crisis, effect on the automotive crisis. I'm going to read about all this kind of stuff. Automotive industry in China, but that's very big subject, so I need time to reading. I need time to study this. So that's what I'm doing this video. But I'm going to read this tomorrow. If I can find it. So we're going to read about this tomorrow. And my camcorder is out of power. We can make a little bit, I need a little break because I need to charge in my camcorder. So the automotive industry is very close connected to the whole world economic. If you have an economic crisis, the car sale will drop worldwide because normal citizens, they are more careful about spending the money. They're not buying an expensive new car if you have war and economic crisis. And then all this automobile manufacturer, they are not selling so much car. They had to slow down the worldwide production, slow down the sale, and the income from tax income from the automotive industry drops every big, like Germany, United States, all over the world.